Hello everyone, welcome to Game Break Studio. I'm Carl Hartley, and welcome to the first episode of So Scary No Sweary. It's called Cthulhu. Easy to say, hard to play. So the idea with So Scary No Sweary is it's a series of scary games that I will play that I will not swear through, or try not to swear through. Any of you that have watched any of my other videos on the channel or listened to my podcast Measuring Flicks, available wherever podcasts are listenable, know that I have potty mouth, like a bad potty mouth. So the challenge is to not swear during scary games and to have like a swear jar where we like chuck dollars in there and try not to. That was scary. I'm gonna turn this down. I'm already flipping out. Flip Fandon, you may know him, my cousin, over there on Final Fantasy Fridays. Pretty much use Flip for everything. I'm Flip Fandon. Okay, so we're gonna do a new game called Cthulhu. This will run. We're about a minute in. Without further ado, I played a little bit of this in a one off, but I'll explain a little bit more about So Scary No Sweary as we go through. I'm gonna overwrite this. And let's go. Chapter 1, Pierce Investigations Agency, Boston. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. I hate that when I come down with a bad case of the torpor. So, enter madness. I have quite a fondness for H.P. Lovecraft. Problematic as a person. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. That's awesome. So yeah, we're not going to discuss like... he was actually an anti-Semite and like the demons are Jewish people and it's... whatever. Shork! The dude wrote some scurry stuff. This does not. This appears to be a very. Got a little something on you there, bud. This appeared to be a little red move. Fishmongers. There must be a cult of fishmongers. Yes. But it's real dark, and having two studio lights illuminating me is making it a wee bit weird. Counter darkness. You must light up some items in order to interact with them. Well, it makes sense. Very much like in real life. You can't see it, can't do the thing. Pick up with A. Pick it up. Pick it up. Oh, you gotta be highlighted. It's a hurricane lamp. Oh, yeah. I love oldie time lanterns. I've got a couple of them next. I have a couple of them next to my reading area where I read stories like H.P. Lovecraft and Stephen King and stuff. I like old lanterns, all that stuff. It's all creaky and crackety and love it. So the idea with So Scary No Sweary is I play these scary video games and not swear. For every time I swear, I put $1 in a swear jar. Did I not pick up a thing that I was supposed to pick up? I put $1 in a swear jar, and at the end of the month... Oh, hi. In the end of the month, that's what it was highlighting for me earlier. End of the month, I take that jar and donate it to a local charity or nonprofit. What charity or nonprofit? I don't know yet. Some ideas. Planned Parenthood. Pride. Norte. I have no affiliation officially with. That sounds real funky in my head. Someone was kind enough to light a candle. So that
What a putrid offering.
Your putrid offering, sir. Makes me want to have sardines for lunch. Big shark-flavored sardine.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Don't tell me not to fight. Sir, I'm an investigator. Oh man, I want to play all of the Arkham Horror games. It's the middle of the day, I think I'm hearing stuff.
Everything has already been written.
That dude looks rough. They all look not great.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Oh, you got like the... Bad news, dude. Oh, no.
I hate whiskey.
New place discovered. Pierce Investigations Agency. Well, let's take a peek at that. 20th of October, 1924. Pierce Investigation Agency. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? It's called Jake Daniels. Pierce, that is me. Strength represents your ability to call on your physical powers. Improving this skill increases your chance of forcing doors or mechanisms or of using violence, physical or verbal, during interact. We have violent, Pierce. We have sanity. Confident in your abilities and your partisan mind, you conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts. Just the facts, ma'am. Your convictions and your perception of reality, your conclusions are logical and reliable. Nightmares. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. Pardon my horrible ability to read words. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and allied artillery fire, forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades without food or medical supplies. The soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares on him. Yeah, it seems like a bum deal, man. What? Oh, there's more that I don't know about Pierce. Okay. Navigate. That's good. It's giving me that exclamation point. Okay, no, I got it. I don't have any information about the inhabitants of Darkwater. Places. I have my office. Oh, this is new. My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency after the Great War. I decided to set up in Boston, where there's no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adulteries, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. Nothing on the occult yet. There's no clues yet. Inventory. Got me old lighter, my old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. Can I rotate this thing? Ooh. Nice. I love details like this in games. Alright, I think that's all we got here. I don't think I have any... Hold up. Pierce. Okay, skills. Do I have anything available? I have no character points. No character points yet, but I think... Oh, there's a ton of good stuff. We'll get into that once I... Oh, you called to me.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
I get it. You got a voice like whiskey. The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. Anything around it? No, it's just a closed case file. I got a closed case file. What do we got here? Certificate of membership.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Well, too bad for you, buddy boo. Nothing? What we got
I
here?
used to be an avid reader.
I'm feeling like I'm already knowing myself so well.
Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
Why did he say the Lost Battalion like he was just seeing this picture for the first time? Hold on.
The Lost Battalion.
The Lost Battalion.
Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
The Lost Battalion? Like, who the heck put this picture up here? Oh no, this is gonna be hard.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
The Lost Battalion? Who put this picture up? The Lost Battalion. I remember those days.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Ooh. Oh, I got new inventory. No? Clues, knowledge. That was my... Wait, a tick? Ha! Well, picked it up and... Ooh. Am I having a drink or am I don't... Well, listen, there's nothing like a little bit of hair of the dog to cure what ails you. It'll affect my destiny. Yeah. I got a date with Jim. Jim Beam. Alright. It's gonna be a long day. That saved the game. Oh, man. Hello? Hello? Hello?
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator,
Mr. Pierce?
Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file.
We guess you.
A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Boy, it's just... Oh, I get to do things now. Allocate your character points. Each character point allows you to improve a score or skill. The phone call just gave me 8 character points. Okay, so what are we feeling like? Let's check. Alright, let's dig into this thing. These are going to be longer episodes, so... Any of you that are not interested in this sort of minutia in a video game, you can fast forward through. I might put a timestamp. I'm not that eloquent yet with the whole editing thing, but I dig this stuff. I love it. It's part of the reason I play these kind of games is like figuring out all the eccentricities of what these characters are about. See, like, ooh. So first of all, we have eloquence. We need 4 character points before we can get to the next level. Eloquence represents your ability to influence those you talk to by your power of speech. Improving the skill increases your chance of convincing or manipulating during decisions. So we are literally deciding what kind of investigator we're going to be in the realm of like Arkham Horror, the card game, and stuff like that. Like, are we going to be more on the sly? Are we going to be a heavy hitter? Are we going to be like it's more sleuthy? Strength, I need 6 of the 8. Strength represents the ability to call on your physical power, improving the skill increases chance of forcing you. I read that one. Medicine needs 12 character points. Medicine represents your medical knowledge, improving the skill increases your chance of determining the dosage for a drug, or of making a diagnosis, or of expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Occultism represents your knowledge of the occult sciences, improving the skill increases your chance of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts, and of expressing your knowledge of the myth. Psychology of human behavior, improving the skill increases your chances of understanding the motivations of a person based on his or her behavior on the analysis of objects. Spot hidden ability to find hidden objects, improving the skill increases your chance of finding hidden objects. An undiscovered object will not appear. An undiscovered object will not appear in game. See, I'm not necessarily doing a 100% completionist's run on the series, but I do like being able to find all the little Easter eggs and nuggets that I can during the main story. So I'm probably going to go spot hidden. Investigation represents your investigating talents. That's strange. Improving this skill increases your chance of understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene or an object and of picking locks. I feel like that is sort of where, like, maybe not so much on the strength side of things, though that would help in fights, but I've always enjoyed the investigators that are more really good at picking up clues and stuff, so I'm going to do a little spot hidden for 2. Oh, that doesn't get me all the way there. Let's see if I can pop a 3. Okay, sweet. Then investigation, I need 6. Strength, I need 6 for the next level. That's a 4. That's a 4. Did I have one that was 2? Okay, that's 2. Try to spread it out a little bit. I mean, I'm not min-maxing or anything, but we're going to go eloquence for 1. Wah. Oh, it doesn't even pop it. It just, oh, it kind of does. And medicine. Mother of pearl. I've already messed it up. No, we're fine. Do 1 there. I got 1 left. My phone is ringing. We're going to pause. And back at it. I apologize. My phone rings. Okay, so... Meow, meow, meow. What were we doing? Psychology. I mean, I'll pop the one... Oh, I see what it's saying now. You need to do... It's not going to allocate the entire amount. Silliness. Just silliness. We're going to... So 1 CP before next level. So we'll go ahead and do that. Perfect. 4, 2, 3, 6. Okay, this is... Medicine is looking good. We're going to put spot head in a little bit more. And a little bit more. Alright. That's fine. Reset. Now that I understand it. We're going to spot head in. I need 2, 1, 2. Investigation, I need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. We'll chuck the rest of these in. I like the investigators, baby. I might make it a little more validate. Yes.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date.
Detective Edward Pierce.
On a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
Sure.
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
I don't know if that would have been a sweary if I made the joke.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
Lairs? Drunkards have lairs? That seems pretty cool.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
Deadbeat inebriate.
It means you're desperate.
You missed an
Nobody
opportunity
believes me.
for rhyming there,
They take me
Peanut.
for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sara Hawkins.
Sadie Hawkins?
Yes. Everyone knows
Like
her
the
work.
The
dance?
police accuse
I
her of
said,
killing her
Sara
family.
Hawkins, pay
They all
attention. You're
died
not a
in the
very
fire.
good investigator.
Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting.
I made it myself. Oh,
Tell
Sarah,
me
Sadie
all
Hawkins.
the assumptions that come to mind.
I assume a crazy person painted it. I assume they have no idea of the color wheel and how it
Supposed to
works.
find.
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
No.
Yes,
I want to
please.
cuddle.
All right. I'll look at your picture.
on your dirty couch
That's all you've got?
next to my pretty painting.
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Boy, you're just full of presents today. Paintings, newspapers. Your notebook details your current objectives. Examine the painting, examine the Sadie Hawkins file. That's going to be a joke now. Alright, let's look at this stupid painting.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sara Hawkins breathed a message into it.
That's actually not a very good painting. But let's take it. Nope, 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 no. Yes, yes. Okay. The Art of Sadie Hawkins. Don't worry, gang. That's going to be a continuing and ongoing joke for this entire series. Enjoy! Intuitive and visionary artists for some, overpriced imposters for others, Sadie Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. This mysterious and reserved painter offers strange images with violent colors and wild strokes to the world. If her paintings are testimony to her vision of the world, then the world of Sadie Hawkins is a portal open to other dimensions. Extract from the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective. That's me! She's not using a whole lot. I'm seeing some like oranges, some browns, like a burnt amber, and some like some colors that probably weren't available in the time. They're looking a little bit green, a little bit ecto-y. I don't know. Seems weird. Clears. This painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and child. Flames can be made out in the background. I don't know if they can be made out as more than they're like totally obviously flames. Like I can make out vaguely in the background. There appears to be something that resembles perhaps flame or fire. Maybe the artist is trying to say that. Stephen Webster, the father of Sadie Hawkins, thinks that it is linked to the death of his daughter. I mean, I don't think it's much of a stretch because, you know, that's pretty creepy. Examine the painting. I consulted my diary. Well, let's look at this Sadie Hawkins.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family.
Ooh.
Rather thin.
You're rather thin. A shipping label, some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address, Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report, it says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they, nevertheless, insist on Sadie Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sadie and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. So Simon, Charlie, and Sadie all living together. Nothing on the backside. Okie dokie.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Well, you have kind of a... Ooh. Oh, I unlocked a thing because of... Let's go up here.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death.
Mm-hmm.
And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
All right. I read about her mental fragility in the
You
police...
must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
Stop.
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Okay. Something's not... I don't have enough gravel in my... Something's not right with this story.
Her husband was a big deal on the island.
How do you even get that much,
So
like...
sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile.
You need to drink more whiskey
believe
and
you are right,
cigarettes.
sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Where did Sadie Hawkins live?
Darkwater. Never heard
Never
of
heard
the
of
place.
this.
Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Find out about Warehouse
The
36.
sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Darkwater. Warehouse 36. Can I find out about it again?
The sender's label mentions
That's
Okay.
right.
And you-
That is what you go to Darkwater.
Okay. It's just not highlighted like the rest of them, so Mr. Vest. Nice vest. You make that from old carpet.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything
Glad
for
you
my
are.
daughter to recover
I'm not.
her honor.
Getting any of it.
Quiet down.
Hush
I'm on your
you.
side. Let's sum things up.
Let's wrap it all
The
up.
artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death,
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sara Hawkins' death. You will
Right,
be
keeps
handsomely
calling Sadie
compensated.
Sarah. It's really
All right.
confusing.
I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Dark
Thank you,
water,
Mr.
death of
Pierce.
daughter.
I
Dark
didn't expect
water.
any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Take a nap. Look at this painting again. I'm gonna hang it up. It needs-
Darkwater.
Just needs a nice frame.
I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Okay, did they? Okay, these are all. I feel like I've already been there. How clicky is that in this microphone? Probably very. I've been in
Good
there.
old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective with proof against you. Muscled him out of his.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston,
Found the book!
but I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century.
Back in the old whale hunting
Seems to have been shunned since then.
Shunned Island, Darkwater. Let's read about it. Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribe. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows. But today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coast of Manchester. So they remember the island.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
You mean, sure.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Archaeology. Sala, that I said no camels. It's 5 camels. Compensation for my brother-in-law's car.
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Like maps and memories. Booze will do it to you. Ooh, is this a new booze bottle?
I wonder why I still take these things.
Laudanum? What is this shit? The doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now, the effects have been wearing off. Ooh, I took them sleeping pills. Alright, so we're gonna check out Darkwater, inhabited. Ooh, I got... Oh, sweet! I got a whole bunch of shit. That is one! That is one for the swear jar. I need to make a note. I will remember on this one, but note to self, I need to make a note. So, the first swear of the day. Oh, that's one swear. Alright, so Stephen Weber, age 63, occupation, he's a businessman, a wealthy businessman, well respected in the Boston area. Stephen Webster came to see me in order that I investigate the death of his only daughter, Sara Hawkins. Sadie, by most. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He is ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. Charles Hawkins, 41. I'm a year older than you, sir. And he's got a very hipster, before it was hipster sort of look about him. He's a ship owner. Charles Hawkins was a local celebrity on Darkwater. A celebrity from Darkwater, a town that no one remembers and has to be looked up in an old book. The heir of a shipowner family, he used to travel a lot. He met Sadie Hawkins during a trip in Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater for a dance, which was then named after her. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. Occupation painter, 33, Sara Hawkins. Well, she's a painter now. Jeez, oh, Pete. Sadie Hawkins, a painter known for her tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Her marriage to Charles Hawkins years ago surprised high society columnists. A wealthy business heiress, Boston. A wealthy Boston heiress, known for her party-going, chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers and nobody heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continued to seek the truth. Those secretive house fires. "Hi, Simon. How are you? Nice haircut." Well, I have a feeling like we're going to be seeing your face again. He's a schoolboy. It's not really an occupation at that point. It's more like he's just a schoolboy. Age II, only son of Sadie and Charles Hawkins. He died in the fire that claimed his whole family. Died in a fire. Places. Oh, we got a new one. Island of Darkwater. The mysterious island of Darkwater. It would seem that the world has forgotten the very existence of this isolated rock off the coast of Boston. It is a small inhospitable island whose coastline is made up of steep cliffs and sharp reefs and with only one outlet to the sea. It is mainly inhabited by the descendants of whalers who set up a supply post there in the 1800s. It was hit severely by the collapse of this activity, the whaling. I think that the only venture on the island that is still profitable is the Medical Institute. So this Medical Institute on an island that no one remembers. Okay. What do we got? File on the Sadie Hawkins case. I think I read that. Yes, because they think it was set intentionally. Knowledge. Case closed. Yep, didn't like the way case closed case. Oh, this is a new read. Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. It's still rich with the memories, even though I don't remember. No one remembers. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent the gods were. Oh, never mind. I did read it. I read that one already. Laudanum. You got a case of the villains. You need a bit of laudanum. You need to take care of you. I felt like I'm missing something.
I used to be an avid reader.
I gotta leave for Darkwater, apparently. I keep crouching. He's had a long... The Learning of Medicine, Volume 1. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners, this first volume lists all the illnesses known in the civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatment. Yes. Volume 1. The Learning of Medical Text. I got progression in the medical field. No, knowledge. Medical field. Yes. But. Oh, man. Alright. Are we going to leave for Darkwater? Are we leaving for Darkwater? Are we leaving for Darkwater? I feel like Darkwater is a place that everyone knows about except me. Their rich and storied history back in the Wayland times of their lore, and apparently a medical institute that's still leading in medical... leave it alone. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of my office and I'm going to Darkwater. I got a character point. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting on the ship label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Let's move on to Chapter 2, shall we? I don't know, these episodes are probably going to be around hour 20, somewhere in there. Because those are the length episodes I like to watch. Oh, yes. So, off to Darkwater Port. just a quick dinghy ride from the shores of Maine. Or wherever. Enter the darkness! Oh, sweet. It's a 4-day voyage to Darkwater Port, which is 10 miles from shore. I love starting new games. Oh my god. So exciting. Wonder what adventures await me out there in the mist. Will I find Sadie Hawkins? Oh, she's dead, that's right. Hello, Captain.
We're almost there.
Thank you. Just get Chief Dish Smoke real quick. Work on my deep voice. My deep gravelly voice. Welcome to Skull Island. That'll be the one and only time I do that. Keep like trying to push these headphones deeper into my skull. Well, it's nice to see they've kept up with the place. Well, you're just getting super damp just standing up front like that. Probably had a nice cabin all set up for you. You're just being a dingbat out there, getting all moist, smoking a cigarette.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
Stay on board, but I came here to not be here. On the boat.
Welcome to Darkwater Island.
Thank you very much, Heavy.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
Oh.
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins
Can't
may have
hear
been
you.
a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sara Hawkins.
He's a good lubber of the land.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you.
Bah.
As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office.
Oh, god dang
It's the Hawkins
it.
family
That's
that brings
close.
you here. I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Oh,
Understood.
boy. That
I'm going
that
for a look around the docks.
that Boston accent was quite. Hey, you're gonna want to go to the bar. It's right next to the harbor. You gonna get yourself car, park a car.
Move back. Let the police do their work.
Listen,
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm gonna. These sailors are
They seem
upset.
to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
What?
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
Murder.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36.
This is the
Darkwater Harbor.
times before maps.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you.
I'll be
Don't
John
go
with
near the
you.
place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't. Don't put that beast back in the water.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't.
Was that all you had for me?
Oh yeah. It's a sign.
Can I talk to us? Oh, I'm gonna look at you.
Something real bad.
I'm gonna heal
Blood
it.
is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
That's no way to treat an omen.
That's no way to treat an omen. What is a proper way to treat an omen? Have you all experts on omenism? Omenites? I'm hunting. Is this a collectible? What is this? Oh, this is cool looking is all. I learned long ago from Crash Bandicoot, always go back from whence you came. This is probably a waste of time. Boy, running is almost the exact same speed as walking. It doesn't appear to be anything. I mean, it's marginal at best. I'm gonna go to the bar. I'm gonna go to the bar, get buy some lager. Gonna go get a pint of lager at the bar. Shanties. Nothing looks warmer than like a fisherman's sweater. All beat up, and you look like you probably should not drink anymore ever.
Hey, be careful.
What? Why are you being a jerk, bud? Just, hi, I'm new to Doc Abba. I'm gonna be a real dick.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
I think that's 2. Does that count?
In my bar,
Probably.
we don't serve troublemakers.
In your bar? It wasn't me who went looking for it. The guy didn't show respect. How in the fuck? That's $3.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Barely even looked
Oh,
at
you're
you.
a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing.
You tip
You don't
around.
have what it takes to drink my whiskey.
What is
You've got
going
to
on?
earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Okay. So, yeah, no
I
prohibition.
didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of
We're
this?
in international waters,
You
10
mean
miles
who?
off the coast of Maine.
Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell no.
I read that as the first order.
You
That's
know it
funny.
Anyway. Anything else?
How about a drink? Find out. I'm gonna.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That
must have been before I was
you
being
came
a
looking
jerk.
for a fight
Yeah.
in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
I don't really understand the
Taking
tussle.
you here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want.
Yeah. Well,
Anything else?
I'm gonna need to get that drink.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water.
Dock
Our
way.
whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
Fish poop.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steep.
It's
to
real
glory.
high times there.
We've never
Super
known
high.
such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about?
That's
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
but I will. It's true that they were
Her
strange.
style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, mediocre at best.
Well, it wasn't normal.
Better than in elementary
I
school.
mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees
You
the
should
world?
see us. You should see the
So
man
they
not
made you
now.
feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Shakespeare says we hold up a mirror to nature. She holds up a mirror to something much more scary than it.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Whiskey. Bad me. Hey, too many lagers.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Yeah, give me more. I already found out about Sadie Hawkins.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36?
Darkwater Harbor.
Hawkins' house.
Darkwater Harbor. Oh my gosh, that is
If I
incredible.
were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night.
Oh my god.
Screams, that sort of thing.
The warehouse, Darkwater Harbor.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it.
Yep.
But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I swear, she Darkwater Harbor one more time. I think is that gonna take me
What
back?
can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got what I need.
All right. Good.
Anything else?
I guess
be all for
not ordering a drink. So, what do we got around here? Specials. Well, we got
Charles Hawkins
Schmelt.
was a heavy drinker. And a debtor.
he owed $68. Captain Fitz, he owes $12. Sam Winchester owes dollars bill signs or $9. He owes fishhook. Andrews owes $6. M.S. Baker always free for the lady. Oh, that must be their good stuff. We got up here.
The miraculous catch.
Ooh.
Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Okay, let's read about that. The Chanty, 21st May 1847, miraculous catch. The sealer reports returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the sealer, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Well, listen, my Boston accent isn't any worse than these crazy people. Oh, gotta talk to Fitzroy. Well, not until I look at this stuff. I got one CP point. I gotta wait. Do I have any? Okay, Darkwater. Here we go. Roy, you look like a real old 55, bud. Occupation, owner of the Stranded Whale Bar. Roy Mitchell runs the only bar in Darkwater. Prohibition has no hold on the stranded whale, and sailors come to seek some comfort in Mitchell's whiskey. The man therefore knows more than anyone the secrets and the rumors and the inhabitants of the island exchanged after a few glasses. Mitchell's devoted to the golden age of whale hunting, to the numerous trophies that decorate his establishment, and anything to go by. The man will talk freely on this subject, on which he is so keen, but he will be far less enthusiastic if one was to inquire about his source of liquor. Yeah, figure that one out for sure. Darkwater Port. At the entrance to the port of Darkwater, one still passes in front of the shell of the Scylla, the last whaling ship to have brought back a catch. Sailors wander the docks, looking. What do they do? Wander the docks looking for some small job for the day. A gang of bootleggers has set itself up there and is gnawing away at the territory of Captain Fitzroy, the last sailor to own a boat capable of making the round trip between the island and the mainland. Here, the golden age of whale hunting is but a distant. Man, this is like back in the day when like nobody owned a boat that could go 10 miles. The Stranded Whale, a bar where liquor is served with total impunity. It's the last thing I expected to find when I arrived on this island. The Stranded Whale is its name, and it's managed with an iron hand by the owner, a certain Mitchell. He does not tolerate troublemakers, and he fiercely protects the identity of his supplier. All the inhabitants of the area seem to go there, and I even saw what looks to be a truce between the bootleggers and the sailors. So he's got a bit of a run on things. The miraculous catch is what the locals call the last catch of the whalers. 94 of the whales were disappearing in the fishing zone of the Darkwater whalers. The crew was still making a gigantic monster catch. Right. Pierce. I mean, I got one character point available. That's the only way I can improve it is I'm gonna wait till I get a couple more. I'll talk to Fitzroy and Fitzroy.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering.
will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
You, sir, seem to have problems.
That's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all.
I brought some flowers for him.
Knowledge.
Anyone? His name is Algernon.
Do you like our song?
Yeah.
We're true sirens.
It's like
We may
Billy
not be
Joel's
pros,
great-grandfather.
but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
Darkwater. My wife is funny.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
Whales brought the whaling to an end. They were running out of them.
You exhausted the stocks.
I was going to say, they didn't
You could
disappear.
say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer.
There's a whole Star Trek movie about it.
The biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
That's a choice.
Exactly.
That's a voice choice. Says the one
I've never heard this song before.
with all the bad voices.
Only people from here know it.
Only
Tells
people
the
from
story
here
of the
know it.
miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clip.
Saw it.
You
Read
don't
it.
believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Yeah.
Where's the proof?
In the pudding.
Where the proof?
In the whale pudding.
Doubt it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true.
What?
Everything
Where did that
happened
accent
just
come
as
from?
It says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
Y'all are very
I bid you
strange.
farewell, gentlemen.
Good night,
Gentlemen,
stranger.
in heavy air quotes. Fine hinders be stained in everybody flesh. Yes, mysterious woman. With the longest cigarette I've ever
What
seen.
you looking at, stranger?
I don't know. What you looking at?
I'm just passing by. Sorry.
No, I fat
Let me
fingered
drink, stranger.
it. Let me drink more,
I told you
stranger.
to beat it.
Oh no, I messed up. I fat fingered the conversation dial. Anything? Are there spookies over here? I can barely see that. I need to use a toy. Can someone give me a key to the toy, please? Excuse me. I need a key to... You guys jerks. I still... Are you asylum staff? You are. Okay, so I still don't really understand the ruckus between... Where is Fitzroy?
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Sure does. Except for the fact I can't get a drink in the old taverna because I decided randomly to kick a dude out of his
You can stay to watch if you
stool.
want. You can pick up the pieces.
Nothing for you here either. Beat it.
Did I miss him in the bar somewhere? Alright, so Fitzgerald. Are you on the end of the dock? I don't know what I'm doing.
That's no way to treat an omen.
You're no way to treat you. Do I have a map? Not really. I gotta talk to Fitzroy. Doc in Darkwater. Oh, what's up here? It's Doc Master. He's probably up here. J&O. That's Jim Beam and orange juice for those of you that don't know. Can I get in this door? Hey, bud. Oh, I'm gonna go through your drawers.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. As per my last email. Oh, my goodness. There's a threatening letter. Well, it was more... Not so much threatening as more passive-aggressive.
This place seems half abandoned.
Broken bell? That's a sad day.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
Well, it hasn't been written on either.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
This is the door that I didn't come in. Oh no, it's the loo. I found the toilet! Thank God. Oh my God, I've had a poop for like an hour.
The Scylla. It finished up
The
beached
Scylla.
at the entrance to the harbor.
Yep, saw it. I'll speak to you in a second, sir. I got some little snooping to do in your area. The Learning of Medicine, Volume 2. This is the second volume. Teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff. Character sheet. Getting the progress. Alright, what are we going up here? We got more diddly-doos in here. Oh my God.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
How can you tell? In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of the ship. He has a wooden leg named Smith? Okay. They're the same person. Because time is weird and it's Cthulhu. Nothing? Why give me nothing? Why give me nothing? That's silly.
What a macabre souvenir.
Macabre. Ooh. What a dangerous place. Yeah, I mean, you back up out of your chair just a little too abruptly and you're ass over tea kettle. That doesn't count, and ass is your butt. $4. It's $4 so far this episode. We're talking less than PG. We're like G.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifest.
Cargo
They're on the
manifest.
table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay. Charts over here on the table.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? I mean, at that point, I mean, there's no, like, digital copy of anything. If you're going to go to the trouble of blacking things out on these old papers, why not just, like, throw them the heck away? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a black marker and I'm going to Sharpie all over it. Ha, ha, ha. Or you could just burn it in the oven, and then there wouldn't be any... People weren't very smart back then.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't
You
go
are
that
the
far.
ones who are the...
I'm just the last
liquor.
serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Oh, he's a new character. Your documents, I can't read them because somebody took Sharpie and marked all over them.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why.
I don't believe you,
I don't
Captain
remember having countersigned
Fitzroy.
anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
You don't know with why. Let's talk about Darkwater a little bit more. Oh.
I was looking at your photograph.
Because I picked up clues.
One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy.
He's not really very good at investigating. He looks a lot like Captain Fitzroy. I wonder who that could be.
See it if you're interested.
I'll go take a look at it.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Yeah, you are.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here.
Find around.
But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Don't worry,
Give it a
there.
try.
Find around here.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
You're talking about mythology.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Hmm.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past.
Oh, I love that show.
Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Did we see?
I found a threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
I went through
Are you
like
being blackmailed?
all your drawers,
Not
bud.
exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my
To be
men
honest,
as much as her own.
I don't remember
Can
if
you
this
not
one
do
played
anything to stop
already
her?
or not, because I
Don't you
kind of
worry
spaced
about
out
that.
for a second. Because as much information as we're getting, it doesn't seem like there's any information that we're getting. Okay, we talked about Darkwater.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there.
Yeah, you
The
dumb
warehouse is opposite the jetty.
You dumb
Can't
poop.
miss it.
He's right there. Across the harbor.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
My dad, jeez, OP. I'm gonna say
It belongs
this.
to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
I'm not gonna.
Can
Where's
you
it?
tell me where the warehouse is again?
I mean,
Look, I've already shown it.
listen,
It's the one
asshole.
with the cop on the
$5.
front.
No.
You can't miss it.
Understood.
$5. Listen, jerk face. I think I've done everything there. Yes.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Game saved. Consult my diary. I've gained another character point, so we're gonna do that. I need to get inside Warehouse 36. Okay, so I've got 2 character points. Is there anything that I can unlock for 2? Well, I can get closer on investigation. Yes. Consult my diary. What do we have here? Sanity. There's nothing new. I still have... No, stop it. Pierce. Sanity. We're good. Oh. Whoa, no. Reset. Oh, right. I need to validate. Yes. Okay. And then we can... back. No. There we go. Okay. Just a little bit weird. Oh, wow. Oh, James Fitzroy, man. Life on your little boat must be super hard, dude, because you're only 3 years older than I am, and you look like shit. $6. James Fitzroy is the captain of the Sherbdis, the only boat that still sails. Yeah, we know that part. Oh, my goodness. This game's going to be expensive. $6. The threatening letter, we got that. We got the photo of his dad. We've got the manifest that we're shoppy market. Inventory, still the one. But we have more knowledge. We got our medical texts. This one covers the machine that goes ping. Okay, we got about 20 minutes or so left in this episode. The gang has separated. I'm going to kind of take a look around our environment just a wee bit. Someone designed this, so... Catching anything? Careful with your backswing there, bud. Yeah, fish hooked me there. Oh, this is cool. The old man in the sea. except spooky. Hello, Neptune. How are you? Don't mind me. I'm just slowly jogging. Yeah, there's nothing. You can never be too sure about these things. So this is the warehouse up here. Are these jolly folk gonna be meanie? Nope, they're just gonna be there to be in the...
You could tell me. Who's this guy?
Hi.
No idea. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
Gotta get in the warehouse.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
Doesn't count if they say it in the game, otherwise I would have a very slim
We don't give a damn about you.
pickings.
Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Cat.
Yeah, you work for
She's
Cat.
your boss.
What?
Yeah, I know I know things.
Keyholes.
She's
No,
the boss.
I read letters that are
She
casually
says who
left in
goes in
drawers.
or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope you had a good
She
dance.
created the Joker.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
So cut his face and gave him a stroke?
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
Noted.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
I'm a little dumb.
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
Dark
I've just
whatever.
arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site.
Gods.
And we let no one enter her property.
One more time, because I don't quite get it. Remind me what you're doing here.
Exactly?
Listen, bonehead, we already told you that we're guarding our boss's turf.
Gotcha. I already did that.
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
I bid you adieu. So, we need to talk to this cat person. Does anyone know where a cat lives? Looking for cat? How about you?
Where do you think
Constable.
you're going?
Ah, we'll score
Who
on the
are
wheel.
these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
Yeah, I mean,
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
my
You
influence
don't
isn't high
want to know
enough.
the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was
hate
not up
the
to snuff?
truth.
Forget it.
I must get into this warehouse.
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce,
Officer
private detective.
Butthole, is it?
Sorry. We're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
Was it?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt
This game
to death,
has the
right?
same pacing as a
Their
point-and-click adventure.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Cannot do it.
You again. I told you to beat it.
Listen,
No need to get worked up.
I'm going about my business. Fitness business. Alright.
You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
I bet you that's cat in here. Maybe this... Dialogue. You're... Alright.
Another break?
One of those.
I told you to beat it.
No! I feel like she is cat. The landlord's like working on something outside. Seriously, what is that? Alright, I'm gonna talk to Fitzy again, I guess, because I'm getting all kinds of blue-balled by this.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
There we
These
go.
bootleggers seem unwilling to let anyone approach the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or
Weird
less
noises.
interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
Alright, where are they?
Back again. What can I do for you?
We gotta take the sewers. Anything else? Nope.
I
They're
shall be on
leaving.
my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
To the sewers, then. Wait. What?
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
Semen.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
You got a problem with
Me,
cat?
we're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
Y'all know where the sewers are? Oh, look at that. Dark Water Harbor. This game is real dark. I'm just realizing how dark this game is. Hold on. We're going to open that up a little bit for those of you at home. 1920. Brightness. There we go. That is harder for me to see. Alright. Apply settings. That should look a little bit better there. It's a little bit washed out on my screen, actually, but here we go. Hey, you shady do. What you got?
You saw what happened with those sailors.
Whoa.
Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
Y'all look like you got some serious blood
This warehouse
vessel.
looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you.
I want to go and talk
I
to
shall
the
take my
captain
leave.
again. Just to kind of poke my head around here, make sure there's no doors. Alright. Find hidden items. The spot hidden skill allows you to detect hidden items in close range. Once all these items are found, the detector's actually... So... Is that like a button? Oh, I can loop-de-doop. That's cool.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Yeah.
But it's been completely taken to bits. There must be some spare parts amid all this clutter.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to find... So, how does this work exactly? The finding of things, I mean. Yeah, it's gonna tell me
This
that
tunnel goes under the warehouses.
Yeah. Now, is this like a button that I need to push? Navigate objects. Okay, I'm gonna just look this up under controls. Lean right, take out, put away, crouch, interact, shoot, move, access the area, lean left, lean right, previous light. Next light? Hello. Part enables heavy loads to be lifted and held aloft without risk.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
There appears to be more hidden objects. Ooh.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
There's more. There's more, there's more, there is more. Aha.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel.
Got them all. I'm gonna mount the heck out of this cogwheel. Let's do it. Mount the handle. Mount the cogwheel. Mount the ratchet device. Turn the handle. Let's do it!
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle.
Okay, so if I don't have the strength for it, I'm gonna be just real upset. Okay, good.
Damn, I broke it.
Really? Really, dude? Really, dude? Oh no. So, there are no more hidden objects and this is broken. That's what we have here.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Can I use that to... Any other cranks? Any other things that I can use? That it's not showing me that I have anything else hidden to find. I broke it! Guys, I broke it. I broke it.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid.
I would agree with that.
What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
It's Cat, it's not a mysterious woman.
Your turf? That's news to me.
For a guy who has no idea, you've been doing a fair bit of poking around. My men saw you staking out the Hawkins warehouse.
Is that against the law?
I'm no idiot, Detective. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
What of it?
Maybe.
I understand.
Or maybe not.
What is happening? Oh man, A's. I'm about to get my butt. Oh, right in the gym. Right in the gym germish.
Get this Joker out of here. He might have
See,
a little
Joker,
trouble
she
walking
does like
on his own.
she does like to make. Oh, got me right.
I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming.
You,
if I want to
sir,
get into this warehouse, I'm
pretty worthless, I must say. She hit me under a boat? What's happening? What is even happening? Oh, I don't know. What's going on in here?
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't
She
get
cuts
much
once,
chance
she
anyway.
cuts twice, still you believe. The hours are waiting, you're still there waiting when she comes back for the kill. You've been shot in the face, been left there to bleed. So there's the little-known Billy Joel song called Stiletto. So they left the entrance to the warehouse open. We got... you shoisters? What? I don't get it. Maybe I now talk to them with that information gathered. Makes sense.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
Yeah, it seems like the same.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
But I just overheard your...
If I can't get rid of those two...
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
Well, that little bit of... Can I go to...
I can't get rid of those two.
Go to Cat and tell them that they left the door to the warehouse open? I mean, it seems like a logical... Go... Hey, listen, about that shot to the nuts earlier. I don't know if that was necessarily the most appropriate thing that you could have done.
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. It's something that I respect. So understand by that. If I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly. But it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
Is that more dangerous than having a drink with you?
I'm not kidding. The old families, they were here long before us. And they'll be here long after we're gone.
The old families?
Ooh.
The descendants of the first whalers. These people truly worship their ancestors.
I've got a few questions about the island.
I'm not here to give you information. Mitchell will tell you what he wants to tell you.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
No.
I'm very serious. A whole family died in a fire. And I've got reason to believe that there's still more to be said on the subject.
Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective.
All right, Cat, let's go.
Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Get it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
Oh my goodness, game. Take your time.
He's with me.
The Adventures of Sam and Max moves at a bigger, faster clip than this. Going to Warehouse 13 or
Be a
what?
gentleman and move that for me.
Sure. Opening gates, figuring out puzzles that don't matter. You want to get this door for me?
That's how it's done.
What?
Do I still need to
Unlocking
hold
it
my
with a
hand?
key?
Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Why are you being
Don't
such a...
overdo it.
Good. In
I
that
needed
case,
you 'cause
I'll
you had
leave
the-
you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sara Hawkins case?
All right. I can reconstruct the scene? Oh, this is cool.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? It smells as bad as it looks.
Chum, baby.
Is this one of Sara Hawkins' paintings?
I don't like it. New clue memorized. Hawkins Warehouse. That's really cool. Oh, I can't go back into it once it's done. But we have a new thing. Oh, I feel like that was glowing. Alright, I can consult my diary. We're almost done with this episode. I have 2 character points available. Yeah, definitely. Definitely doing that. Oh, man. You confirm it. Cat. Gang boss. Boss of a gang of bootleggers which seems to use Darkwater as a hideout. Cat always keeps an eye on her territory, the zone of abandoned warehouses on the docks. I have the impression that all the men on Darkwater fear her. Even Mitchell, the owner of the stranded whale, is reluctant to talk about her. She uses Darkwater as a point of departure for her cargoes of whiskey, and she is slowly gnawing away. So she is the main bootlegger, and that's why everyone's afraid of her, so they don't mind. Here it is. Hawkins Warehouse. Officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death, this warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Signs of life attest to the fact. The presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted, probably removed from a wound, as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping pills. Moreover, the occupant seems to be obsessed with Sara Hawkins, as attested, or Sadie, by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life, photograph, press cutting. But it is a discovery of a partly charred painting recognized by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins mansion that allows all doubts to be lifted as to the link between the contents of this building and the Hawkins case. So the warehouse is in fact part of it. Alright, let's get out of here. I said let's get out of here. Something weird's gonna happen now.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move!
Ah!
I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
I'm not gonna threaten him.
Look around you. Someone has settled in here. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene. Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
You missed the opportunity. Your car's packed.
Would you please shut the door?
Jeez.
Open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again.
Yeah, she got your face pretty good there, bud.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister.
Officer
I am disappointed,
Bradley.
but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
You ask a lot of questions.
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some
Looks
driving.
a little short. The music made it seem like it's gonna be real kind of scary. Chapter 3, Garden of the Hawkins Mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place thought to be abandoned revealed some surprises, signs of recent occupation as well as partly charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer was willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins Mansion. Well, I think this is just a fine and dandy place to end this inaugural episode of So Scary No Sweary with Call of Cthulhu. Currently, this game has cost me $6 in swears to the swear jar. So, it'll be the end of the game once it's completed. Tally everything up, and then that will be the donation to whatever charity or nonprofit happens. You can leave comments in the description below on any ideas you have as to where that money should go. I'd like to try and keep the money in Northern Michigan if possible. But if there is a great institute or organization out there that you are aware of, that I need to be aware of, that would appreciate not the biggest donation in the world, but hey, it's a little something. I don't have a ton of money, and it's just a fun thing. So, thank you all very much for joining me on this, again, inaugural episode of So Scary No Sweary with Call of Cthulhu. So, for Game Break Studio, I am Carl Hartley, and I will see you in the next episode.